Hi, Collective. With the recent full moon in Gemini, I feel like there has been a possible shift in the energy in regards to love, romance, the heart space of the collective. So I wanted to come back and give you guys a general collective romance and love reading, just to see where you guys are in matters of the heart. Welcome back to Love, Light, and Life Affirm, your daily affirmations for self-love and growth. Hi, Collective. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. So this is going to be a late night collective romance and love message. I just want to see what's going on in your energy, if things have shifted for you in regards to matters of the heart. So I'm going to give you guys a general message. Welcome in all of my current followers and subscribers. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Thank you guys for all your love and support. You guys have been incredible. Your love and support of the channel means so much to me. I can't express it enough. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting me know the messages resonate. Thank you for your comments. They are greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for liking the videos as well. It means a lot. Welcome in any new and incoming followers and subscribers. Welcome in, you guys. Come in, get comfortable. Let's talk about romance and love. Hopefully you guys have some good things going on, but let's see what the message is for the collective. All right, let's get a few more just to see what the general energy is first for the collective. If you hit that subscribe bell, just make sure to hit that arrow, select all, so that you don't miss any of the other messages I post for you guys, okay? All right, let's start there. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what our inner wisdom compass message is for the collective in matters of the heart. Okay, so the first one out, I have take out the trash. It came out in reverse. It says it's time to get rid of the people and things that no longer serve you and hold you back from your true life purpose. So with this coming out in the reverse, collective, I feel like maybe you guys are having a hard time possibly letting go of a person, right? This is intended to be about your romantic lives, your romantic situations. I mean, this could even be, friends, family, but just matters of the heart, people who you're connected to, that you're close to, situations that you have going on that affect how you feel, right, in your heart space. So with this take out the trash card coming out in the reverse, this is telling me generally you guys may be struggling a little bit with coming to the realization that there may be people in your life, collective, that you truly have to let go, that you truly are going to have to walk away from. And that is a very hard reality, I think, for a lot of us in the collective, because we are realizing that we can't change people's actions, we can't change people's choices. But when you are trying to elevate, when you are trying to grow, heal, evolve, sometimes it means having to leave people behind. And a lot of the times, there are people in our lives that we've been attached to for all of our lives, or just very close friends and family, and sometimes even coworkers that make it very difficult to make those decisions. But I feel like that's what's needed at this time. And I feel like it's a fear of regretting. I feel like it's a fear of the unknown. When I see regret in the reverse, we all have regrets about something in life, collective, right? The lesson to learn is not to dwell on our regrets. But I feel like in this case, because you're having a hard time walking away from those people and situations that no longer are serving you, it's because you have a fear that you will regret your choices. Understand, collective, that when you're making a choice that's about you, that is for the betterment of you, to become a better person, the highest version of yourself, there should never be a regret to choose yourself. I feel like we're so accustomed, collective, to be being that person in people's lives, that empath, right? Who always put other people before ourselves. So when it's time to make a decision that seems to be selfish, we still hurt. We still think about how it's going to affect everyone else around us, even though most of the time the reality is we self sacrifice for all of those people who generally, when we really need them, are usually not even there for us. But that just tells me, collective, how big your heart space really is. And that makes sense, right? When you are an empath, naturally, when you are a wounded healer, it means that you do things because you don't want other people to feel the hurt that you felt. You make sure that you go above and beyond for the people you love, but sometimes it's at your own detriment. Sometimes it is you sacrificing your own heart. There's no more time for that, collective. Moving forward, moving into 2026, this has to be about you. If you are truly trying to grow, understand that sometimes you can't take other people with you. And it's very hard to accept that. No, in the reverse, I understand. Like I said, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. You don't want to have to say no to the people that you care about, right? I get it. But collective, if you are going to survive your expansion, your ascension, if you're going to make it to that next chapter in life, you have to release the baggage. You have to let go of the baggage, collective. You cannot carry all the baggage, all the weight on your shoulder and move forward. You can't do it. And you can't be too stubborn. You can't hold on out of fear, out of being worried, pride, ego, whatever it may be, collective. Headstrong in the reverse. You cannot be too prideful. When it comes to making the decision that is meant to strengthen you, yes, I understand that it's going to be a tough decision, strength or the reverse. A lot of you guys don't feel like you're strong enough to make this decision, but you are. You already have been, because you already have been like the lotus flower, the beautiful lotus that came out of the mud. You in the collective have literally gone through and are in the process of already going through a rebirth. This is reopening up your heart chakra. This is healing your heart space after so much disappointment, after so much heartbreak, after being let down over and over and over again, collective. When is it going to be your turn to truly find happiness for yourself, to truly find comfort in life? We all need to be comforted, collective. And a lot of the times, the people who are supposed to be there for us, like I said, usually are not the ones that we can call when we have an emergency at 2 a.m. But I guarantee you, if they call you, you would answer, right? So, why is this decision so difficult for you? And I already know the answer to that. It is because, collective, you have a beautiful heart space. As many times as it's been broken, stomped on, taken for granted, you still love who you love. So I understand why it may be difficult to let go. But collective, it's time to choose you. It's time for you to be able to walk away from the people who cannot give to you equally, who cannot love you the way that you need to be loved, in order for you to gain the love and equality that you deserve. The love, collective, that you deserve. It means stop sacrificing your own heart for everyone else. It means setting boundaries. It means knowing that you deserve to be given to just as much as you give to everyone else. There is no more overgiving. There is no more self-sacrificing for the sake of others. Yes, not choosing you means not taking care of you. And collective, you are the most important thing, the most precious thing on this earth. Yourself, you. And unfortunately, there has been people in your life for a very long time who have not seen the true treasure, the true diamond that you truly are, the rarity of your heart space. And the ones that did see it, they knew that you didn't see it, and they took you for granted. There's no takesy backsies anymore. There's no second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th chances anymore. That's over. That's done. Cycles are closed. It's about forward movement. If people want to go with you on the journey, then they will do the work. If people are desperate enough, and a lot of people are right now, because a lot of people feel that energy being taken away from them, that love that you give, your time, your energy, your effort. People are going to become desperate because they are no longer going to have you to live off, to survive off of. People are going to have to figure out how to survive on their own because you are no longer going to be available. But keep this in mind, collective. The people that you opened up your heart to, that you gave your body to, that you gave your mind to, they did not appreciate it for what it was. So you had to take your energy back. You had to walk away. You had to go into hermit mode and reflect and heal. You did that on your own. You had to get it out the mud. You had to take your heart out of the mud so that it could become that beautiful lotus flower again. You had to do that, collective. You had to do that. You had to go through the dark night of the soul. You had to cry your eyes out at night and try to figure out why people in your life kept hurting you. What were those patterns? Why you kept attracting the same person over and over and over, just with a different face? Why is it that nobody ever truly saw you or truly gave to you in the way that you felt you deserved? You put in the work, collective, to figure that out. No more patience. No more patience for the BS. No more patience for less than. There's no more patience left for that, collective. You deserve better. And now that you realize that, you should not be afraid to walk away from the people, places, and things that cannot give you better, that cannot give you what you deserve. Because again, at the end of the day, understand it is an active choice not to give to you. It is an active choice not to be there for you. This is what people choose. People have always known how beautiful you were, collective, how open your heart space was, but they took it for granted. So now it's about you. So don't feel bad, collective. There's nothing for you to regret, but I guarantee you there's other people in your life that are definitely going to feel regretful. And when that happens, your only job is to keep moving forward. I'm seeing the chariot in my mind. Forward movement is your only job at this time, collective, because again, you put in the work or you're in the middle of your healing journey. Keep moving forward. Do not allow people to make you feel guilty for you choosing you for probably the first time in your life in the last 20 or 30 years for some of you guys. If you're in your 20s, you may have gone through a major heartbreak that pushed you into your awakening. You might be going through your dark night of the soul. You could be in your 30s or 40s And just now realizing that you've truly never had reciprocal love. And how sad is that? Because as much as you've opened up your heart to so many people, as much as you've been an overgiver because you just wanted the people in your life to be happy, you are realizing now at this point in the game that you have never truly felt seen, appreciated, adored. People said it a lot. They said you were amazing. They said you were great. They said that they loved you, but see, their actions never showed you. Am I right, collective? Because you were dealing with people who were closed off, who made you feel anxious, who refused to give in to their emotions when it came to you. They kept their true intentions hidden from you. And most of the time, their true intentions were there to take from you, not to give to you. So they were closed off to you, and you worked so hard for so long. You put in so much time and effort into this relationship, collective. You wanted them to see you for you so badly that you kept sacrificing and kept sacrificing. You kept filling up that suitcase of emotional baggage, and it got heavier and heavier until you finally decided to throw it out, to take all of the baggage you've collected over the years and take it to the Salvation Army and give it to Goodwill so it could be repurposed for someone else. And you turn to self love. You finally started giving back to you, collective. For the first time in a very long time, you learned to accept you. You learned to give back to you. You became self aware of how amazing you truly are. And trust and believe people did not want you to see that, because by you seeing that, that meant that you realized that you didn't need to give to them anymore. So, like I said, there's no need to feel guilty about you choosing you. Throw out the trash that you don't need. All it does is keep piling up. All it does is keep spoiling rotten, and it already is. Because a lot of the times it was trash from the beginning, but you just truly couldn't see it for what it was. But understand, be thankful for the wisdom, for the lessons, for the knowledge that you gained from dealing with those situations, those people. This is why you are growing and healing and evolving, because you are taking the wisdom, you're taking the knowledge that you have learned from these connections. So they were valuable to you in that way. Even though your heart is going through a healing process, it is making your heart stronger. Yeah. They brought you a lot of confusion. You felt lost a lot of the times. You felt invisible most of the time. And that's because most of the time, the people you were connected to knew that you felt a void. You had a trauma that you had not healed from childhood, an abandonment wound. This is why you were such an overgiver. This is why you gave so much of yourself, collective. Understand, they knew this. And you were running away at the time from your own healing. I mean, at that time, most of the time, most of us were just in survivor mode, right? You were just trying to hold on to anything that sort of kind of made you feel good, even if it wasn't what you truly needed or deserved. You couldn't even truly see it at the time. This is why it was so easy to be left in confusion, because most of us were just in survivor mode, trying to get through every day, every 24 hours, 7 days a week, one day at a time, one breath at a time, one step at a time. Yeah. A lot of you guys were put in third party situations, but that time ran out. A lot of you guys were in love triangles, and you guys were dealing with people who made you think that they were going to walk away from current situations. Some of you guys probably didn't even know that you were in a third party situation. A lot of you guys were put into competitions with other people, other women, other men, and you didn't even know that there were other people involved. You didn't even know that there was a competition. This is why you were constantly left in confusion, because you were dealing with hot and cold energy. The words never matched their actions. But understand that this collective, that time has run out for people to continue to play games with your heart. That deadline has passed. Divine intervention came in and pushed you forward. And it was probably painful. Again, you were probably not ready to throw the trash out when it was time, but the universe said it was time. There was no more dwelling in that energy, because it was time for you to move forward. It was time for you to start your healing journey. And this is where you guys are right now. At the time, I'm pretty sure most of you guys felt like that was a situation you were connected to that you would never be able to walk away from. It almost felt like you needed to be connected to that person or that situation forever, that there was no way that you could ever feel whole without it. It was like this uncontrollable desire to always be connected to it. That was your fear. That was you trying to control a situation that shouldn't have been controlled. That was when you didn't truly love yourself. And you felt like you needed that situation to feel loved. You were willing to pick up the little bitty breadcrumbs that they left for you on the ground, but you were starving deep down. Yeah, options in the reverse. Yeah, you are no longer a player's option. You are no longer allowing anybody, divine masculine, divine feminine, you're no longer allowing someone to see you as their option, their addiction, someone to juggle, someone to take advantage of. Like I said, you finally threw out the trash. Beautiful. Because you started to pay attention to the signs. You started to truly see that you were in a situation that was never going to improve. This person was never going to give to you in the way that you needed to be given to. And at some point, you got tired of being sick and tired. You lost your patience. Like I said, deadline, patience in the reverse. Time is up. Time is up. Yep. You were unsatisfied. It was a harsh truth, because you had fallen in love with someone, a situation, people. You felt like it's where you belonged. You felt connected. They made you feel important, but just enough to keep you around. But it was never a true connection. It was never real love that you were being given. But it was because you were avoiding the healing that you really needed. Your inner child was never truly satisfied in the situation, because you were only getting the bare minimum. There was never true reciprocation. And eventually you just lost interest, collective. There's somebody that has you heavily on their mind that wants to come and see you, collective. They dream about you, they think about you constantly. Because what? Now they want to work with you. Now they see your value. They want to partner with you all of a sudden. But all you see are the red flags now. All you see is the deception, the heartbreak, the backstabbing, the lies. This is what you wanted from them. You craved it from them. You prayed. You felt like this was a gift. But you had to stop ignoring the red flags. And it broke your heart. It was almost shocking because you felt like your connection was a vibe. And honestly, collective, it was. It was something that people could see outside of you. It was clear, the vibe between the two of you, but you were dealing with somebody that was also broken. You were dealing with somebody who never led with their heart space. You were dealing with somebody who was just looking to take the love that you had to give because they saw how desperate you were to give it away. So they allowed themselves to take it. Like I said, didn't I say somebody was trying to come and see you, collective? Somebody wants to communicate with you. But this person, like I said, this player energy who made you an option, who put you in this third party, they possibly are dealing with some STD issues. Be mindful. Anybody trying to come back from your past at this time. Those options seem better than you. So it's interesting that they now all of a sudden have something to say. All of a sudden, what they're looking for, a love that lasts. They want a real deep connection. I believe this person probably is genuinely sorry, but at this point, you know what you deserve. You know that this is a high risk to allow anybody from your past back into your energy, back into your life, collective. Because I feel like this is somebody you gave so many chances to. So many chances to. Yeah. Like I said, this is what you wanted. It was clear to this person exactly what you desired from them. But it was also clear to you that even though you knew you were a vibe together, that there was a true bond, this could have become a divine union. This was divinely guided at first, but unfortunately, outside factors external to your connection tore it apart. This person allowed other people to keep them from expressing their true feelings for you. So this person, again, made you an option, hid their feelings, gave you mixed signals, even though they had true deep emotions for you. This person secretly truly loved you, but they acted cold and detached. They left you hanging all the time. Again, they left you in that confusion, and it broke your heart. They left you so many nights wondering where they were, if they were going to call when the next time you would see them. If they left you just wondering how they were doing. Because at the minimum, collective, you thought, I mean, if we don't even have a romantic connection, at least we would have a good friendship. We would be a true bond. But now, collective, you decided that You had to start showing your self-love. So you are now soul searching. You are doing that inner work. Like I said, you guys are going through your healing journey. You are finding deeper meaning to the path that you are now on. You are understanding why you had to come across the connections that you came across. You now understand their purpose. God never puts anything on us that we cannot handle, but sometimes when we're in the middle of the heartbreak and the hurt, we don't understand why we are dealing with the pain. You were dealing with someone that was constantly distracted. Again, there's those options again. There were so many options. This person had a lot of options. This person loved the attention of these options, even though none of the options even combined compare to you, collective. This person could have had 10 options, but they never would have equaled even one of you. But this person knew that. What they were not going to do is show you their true heart space. This person had not led with their heart in a very long time. And no matter how deep the bond was, no matter how good the vibes were, no matter how good the teamwork was when you guys were together, this person had people outside of them make sure they sabotaged your connection. Because even people outside of you, collective, could see how strong your connection was. They were not going to lose their party friend. They were not going to allow this person to walk away from them and actually be happy and in love. And they were not going to do that, especially because they didn't have it. Why would they do that? But it was so easy to distract this person because they liked the party life. So they broke your soul contract. They broke your soul contract. They broke the partnership, the spiritual union that you guys had, and it became now a karmic one. But now this person all of a sudden is feeling it again, and now they really want to commit this time. Now this person wants to come back and tell you that they really want that connection. They really want to be loyal. They want to be in it for the long run. They don't want to play any games. But collective, you don't even know this person anymore. And while this person has been away dealing with the controversy, you have been under attack, spiritual attack. You have had to be protected by the divine because of the negative energy projections that you've had to face by yourself. While this person in the background has had drama and scandal, things are coming out, secrets that have been hidden. But again, you are going through your spiritual awakening. You were divinely guided away from this situation, collective. This is not the energy that you want to be connected to. You're now having people play games on your phone, calling your phone from unknown numbers, getting fake text messages, people trying to mess with your energy. So why would you trust this person coming back into your life just because they say they want to resolve this conflict, just because they may say they want to compromise and make amends and rebuild the trust? See, you can't rebuild trust after all the bull that's been happening to you since you've walked away from this connection. That's what people don't understand. You can't rebuild trust when there is no trust, when you don't even really know who this person is because they refuse to open up to you and take off their mask for you. So all of a sudden now, what's the motive? What's the purpose? Why they want to come back now, collective? The question becomes, what do they need from you? This person is really sorry. And I can tell they want a real reunion with you, collective. They want to be back for good. They want to feel that joy, that connection with you again. They are craving it. They are so missing it to the point of desperation. But unfortunately, what they don't understand is that when there's no trust, it doesn't matter what your heart feels. It doesn't matter if you still love this person. Yes, the energy is so strong. Yes, they want a fresh start with you, collective. This person is dead serious. They want it. But unfortunately, it's not in their control. It's not up to them to decide. Because I feel like collective, the first thing that you're going to do is talk to God and ask your spirit team for advice on this one. Because there's no way that you're going to allow someone else to come back into your life that had all this going on behind your back after all the lies, the deceit, the breadcrumbing, the gaslighting, the love bombing, the smear campaigns, the ruining your reputation or attempting to behind your back. There's too many people connected that didn't allow the connection to flourish, including your person. But it seems like this person wants you to trust them. They avoided this for a very long time because they felt guilty. They avoided trying to figure out how to resolve this conflict with you for a very long time. But I feel like the energy is becoming stronger. They can't stop thinking about you. This person constantly dreams about you. You've seen them in your dreams too, collective. Because this person really wants to heal through love. This person is torn. They now see what you've always seen, collective. They now see how valuable the connection was with you. They've always cared. It was never a question of if they cared, but unfortunately, they were too ashamed to admit they cared because they needed to please everyone else but you. The most important person they now wish they still had a connection to. They broke your heart. They stabbed you in the back. So there is no trust. But this person has a lot to say. They want you to know they want a fresh start. They want you to know they want a second chance. They want you to know they want to bring in good vibes. They want you to know that they want to do it the right way this time and they want to stay forever, collective. They want to feel safe again because right now I could tell you that they do not feel safe in their life, in any of their connections. These are the lessons that they have finally learned. Finally, through all the tough times, this person just may have learned. But again, the choice is going to be up to you, collective. Do you want them back? Well, maybe. Reconciliation may be something possible. But guess what? It is going to take a lot of work, a lot of communication, and you are dealing with somebody who is naturally an avoidance. So if there is no communication, guess what? It still won't work. It's going to take an equal give and take. And collective, you're going to have to put your foot down. And if you do allow this person, not everybody will, because some of you guys are done, and that means you're done for good. But some of you guys want this person back. Some of you guys are okay with reconciling, but you already know that as soon as this person comes towards you, if you feel any of the old energy from this individual, you will shut the door for good. There will be no reconciliation. There will be no conflict resolution. But because collective, you guys have an open heart, you guys are empath, you still care. Some of you guys still care for this person. I feel like a lot of you guys have prayed for this person while you guys have been in separation too. That is the God in you, collective. But understand that you also have to be mindful and make sure that you don't forget your lessons, what you've learned. It is no longer about this person only. It is about you and you healing. And if this person is not bringing a level of healing energy, Spirit said, chuck the deuces. And that's going to be that. Collective. That's what I have for you. I'm pretty sure that's pretty straightforward. And if there's any cross watchers, understand that once the collective chucks the deuces, if they allow you to come back into their energy for a reconciliation, and if you come with some BS, it's done. Period. Hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and follow me. Until next time, collective. Bye, guys.